Imagine hanging 80 meters in the air on a wind turbine. Below you, nothing, and above you, just a thin safety rope. The wind shakes the steel tower, and you know, any mistake could be your last one. Sounds nothing like the life of a mixing engineer, right? Well, for 6 years, this was my reality. I worked as a service technician for wind turbines. Today I mix and master rock and metal bands, and surprisingly, these two jobs have more in common than you might think. In this video, I will share the lessons I learned from working on wind turbines that helped me today as a mixing engineer. Maybe you will recognize some of the lessons in your own journey, especially if you're balancing music with a day job. Sometimes the skills you gain in unexpected places can be the ones that set you apart. Lesson number 1, teamwork is everything. There's no room for ego. When you're working on a wind turbine, you're never alone. For a good reason. Your life depends on your team. You need to trust each other completely because a single mistake could be dangerous. The same applies to mixing. Maybe a mistake in music production is not life-threatening, but a great mix isn't created in isolation. It's the result of a strong collaboration between the mixing engineer, the artist and the producer. If the team is in sync, the music reaches its full potential. Lesson number 2 is about clear communication because misunderstandings cost time and energy. On top of a wind turbine, clear communication is life-saving. A single misunderstanding can lead to major problems. You have to be precise, reliable and always on the same page with your partner. Mixing and mastering requires the same level of clarity. When the band gives vague feedback like make it bunchier, what does that actually mean? Good communication helps avoid frustration, speeds up the process and ensures that the final mix sounds exactly as intended. Lesson number 3 is about attention to detail, because small mistakes have big consequences. In wind power, even a tiny miscalculation can lead to major failure. Forget to tighten a bolt, misread a sensor reading, that can result in serious damage. Every detail matters. Mixing is the same. A small phase issue, a minor resonance in the wrong place, or an unbalanced vocal level can throw off the entire mix. Precision is everything. And the best results come from engineers who pay attention to the little things that others might overlook. Lesson number 4, every job or mix is different. As a service technician for wind turbines, no two service interventions were exactly the same. Different models, different environments, different problems. You never just go through the motions. You have to analyze the situation and adapt quickly. It's the same with mixing. Every band, track or artist has a unique vision or sound. You can't just apply the same EQ and compression presets every time. A great engineer adapts to each mix, understanding what makes it special and how to bring out the best in it. Lesson number 5 is structure and systems because a plan is essential. In wind power, every step follows strict procedures. You don't just climb up and start guessing what to fix. There's a strategy, systems and protocols to follow. Mixing is no different. Having a structured workflow, understanding your tools and following a logical approach makes all the difference. You can't just randomly tweak things and hope for the best. Efficiency and precision are key. Lesson number 6, problem solving and troubleshooting, the core of a great engineer. One of my main tasks as a wind turbine technician was fixing problems. If a turbine stopped working, it cost the client massive amounts of money. We had to diagnose the issue and quickly find a solution, often under intense pressure. Mixing is all about solving problems. Harsh frequencies, muddy low end, weak drums, every mix has issues that need to be identified and fixed. The ability to analyze and solve problems efficiently is what separates amateurs from professionals. Lesson number 7, handling pressure. Staying cool in high stress situations. When the wind turbine shuts down, the client loses money by the second. The pressure is intense. You have to fix the issue fast, but without rushing and making costly mistakes. Mixing can also be high pressure. Deadlines, expectations and revisions can create stress. But staying calm and making smart decisions under pressure is crucial. Rushed work leads to bad results, but a clear mind delivers a mix that truly stands out. Lesson number 9 is about problem prevention. Not just fixing issues, but avoiding them. A good service technician doesn't just fix problems, they prevent them. Regular maintenance, careful inspections and good planning stop big issues before they even start. The same is true in mixing. A great engineer doesn't just fix bad recordings, they guide artists on how to avoid common mistakes in the first place. Preventing issues at the source makes the mixing process smoother and the final product stronger. Lesson number 9 is about professionalism, treating music like a real career. Because when I left my job in wind power, some people said, "Oh, so you're just doing music now?" As if music was a hobby, not a real job. And the crazy thing is, even within the music world, a lot of people think this way. That mindset is exactly why so many musicians and engineers never reach a professional level, because they don't treat it like a real business. Building a career in music takes the same dedication, persistence and grind as any other profession. You have to show up every day, do the work and act like a professional. If you treat music like a side gig, that's all it will ever be. And the 10th and final lesson is the most important one for me. It's all about people, because people make the difference. As I moved into a leadership role in the wind power industry, I realized something. Yes, technical skills matter, but what truly makes a great team is the atmosphere, the teamwork and the relationship between people. The same is true in the music industry. Plenty of engineers are technically skilled, but the best ones know how to connect with artists, create a great working environment and truly understand their vision. The human element is just as important as the technical side. So the conclusion of all this, your day job might be more valuable than you think. If you're still working a job outside of music, don't see it as just a way to pay the bills. You might be gaining skills that will make you a better musician, producer or engineer. For me, the path from wind turbines to mixing wasn't straight, but every lesson I learned along the way made me a better engineer. And who knows, maybe your current job is teaching you something that will set you apart in the music industry. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel and see you in the next one.